It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that butt.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
And even though one side played postseason basketball and the other stayed at home, you wouldn't have known it in their matchups.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Smith. And it's Wynn in at the one.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Martin can't hit from in close.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Outside Dragic. And McRoberts kicks to Chandler. Pass to Dragic. Another miss by Dragic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good. Freak.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Miami's on 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to McRoberts. Stoudemire outside. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Off target at the rim. He'd have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Chandler with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against New York.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Here's Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Dragic. 20 points for him last game against New York.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Dragic with it. He's covered by Nguyen. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And both free throws good for Stoudemire. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that one's good. Freak. Freak's got 6. The Heat trail by 3. Wade with it. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Out to Chandler. Shoots. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Timberwolves passing it around. Martin with the bucket.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it if you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
And a new group in for the Heat. Laverne, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Wright comes in for Josh McRoberts. Winslow's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Gerald Green in for Dwayne Wade. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Garnett comes in for Josh Smith. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kevin Martin.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Rubio. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
The Heat trail by 5. Right side, Green. Back to Dragic. Wright with a screen on Rubio. It's Dragic with the drive. Muhammad grabs the board.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Plenty of space. And again, it's Minnesota.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Dragic. Stolen by Rubio. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball, and he gets it to go.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Smith out there with Towns, and it's Wynn in at the 1 spot. And it's Wade penetrating. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The Heat trail by 8. Now the feed to Winslow. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Up and in on the layup. And that's 10 points for Freak.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He finished with 27 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. He had a great game in all facets, and his coach called it a complete game of basketball. High praise to be sure, guys.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
That's good. Chandler's got 4 points this quarter.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And it's Freak missing. The Heat trail by 9. And here's Wade. Shoots from the elbow. The shot is off. Great D that time from Martin. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And that one's good. 6 points for Martin.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Let's go.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Dragic. Stoudemire, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Freak dishes to Wiggins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that concludes.
Kevin, I'm here.
Of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day.
Just a fantastic game for Freak. He's got 21 points and 5 assists. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Josh McRoberts out there with Wilson Chandler. And it's Stoudemire in at center. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And he gets it back. And it's Dragic off the drive. Now here's Freak. 23 points in the game. Smith, no luck. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Stoudemire with the basket on the assist by McRoberts. 6 points for Stoudemire.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Martin the pass to Win. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. That's good.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Here's Wynn. Good D by Wade.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Andrew Wiggins, third.
I mean, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players. I mean, they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
Greg, they are an elite group of defenders. I mean, they don't just make it difficult for opposing small forwards. They pester entire teams with their activity, jumping in the passing lanes, being active with their hands and feet. Very impressive defensively.
Winslow's checked in for Miami. The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The Heat trail by 15. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Wade with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wade's got 7.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And Towns gets it to go.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Wade. Stoudemire wide open. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
Martin goes in. Smith dishes to Freak. Good D by Wade.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's Stoudemire, and another basket for Miami.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Martin the pass to win. The rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Wade with it, now defended by Wiggins. Dragic kicks to Wade. The fadeaway. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And the Heat with some changes. Laverne, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, Wiggins outside at the 3 with Anthony Towns at the 4. Freak is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Pekovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They retain possession. Here's Wynn, and that one is stuffed right through.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that right.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Outside Dragic. Out to Wade. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
The Heat, Laverne comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Wright in for Ennis. And then for Minnesota, Wiggins is checked in for Bielitsa. Martin comes in for Damian Rudez. And Freak subbed in for Jones. It's tipped. Here's Martin. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And they're running. Here's Wright. Drops in the breakaway layup.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Here's Wynn. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Freak's got 10 points in just the second half.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
No good from Dragic.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Martin dishes to Freak. Good on the triple. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to New York. Inside, here's Towns, and there's the call on Chandler. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Towns, and Levine subbed in for Martin. KG, that's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Right, the pass to Dragic. And the rejection by Smith.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Freak kicks to Levine. To the paint. Garnett dishes to Freak. Levine passes to Wynn. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Freak's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Levine kicks to Freak. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Freak's got 42 in the game.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Again, the miss by the Heat. It's been all Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Levine passes to Wynn. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect...